Mention is getting attention for selling ignorant. I believe in black and I can see the rap. And I believe in cap. And I agree with cap. I believe in rap. I believe that I'm that.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Quick pass out to Miller. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So a win here in Charlotte would give them the season sweep. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now Heineke. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
And they'll start on the ground with Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Panthers sit 7 and 6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Gets it quickly out to Marshall. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down and 8. Second down, here's Richardson. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. This to the former Falcon, Hayden Hurst. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 30-yard line.
Another run with Sanders. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. They run with Sanders off the option, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200-plus?
3rd and short yardage. Heineke work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give left side to Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And some space here. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 25-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Second down and a run by Robinson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Falcons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Now the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Koo to kick it off. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Richardson out of the shotgun. His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
22 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, Heineke sliding out of the pocket. And a dump off to White. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So 8 yards on the completion there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Heineke. Over the middle, caught by London. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Robinson again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Panthers 3. Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Richardson on second down. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness is a premium for all of that now.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Right back to Sanders on first down.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Come on.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Ready?
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Richardson to the air on first down.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
70 Ranger.
Richardson on 2nd and 10.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, here's Richardson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
First and 10. 16-yard line.
Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to within a score. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, nice move. Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The second down and 10th in, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here's Heineke. That's out wide here for Robinson.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Heineke.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Now Heineke changing the play. Heineke again.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Heineke now. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One touchdown is the difference. 17-10 our score, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. You see a run like that, and I don't know if that happens in week 1 or 2, but as this year has worn on, he has gotten better and better, this rookie.
And so much for the rookie wall. We always hear about guys breaking down near the end of the season. Not in this case. He's only gotten stronger and better.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Heineke to throw it.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Heineke. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Heineke.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Looking to throw, Heineke.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Robinson on a give right side.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but not from the spot. Actually, no gain. So 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now Heineke.
And that is caught. Touchdown,
Scotty Miller.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Panthers 10. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Flush to his right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by D'Angelo Malone.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw is Heineke.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing. Heineke.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown!
Tyler Algier.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Panthers 10. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's another Panthers 1st down.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Fight 60.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Buying time to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Mon looks to throw. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
Come on.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Richie Grant. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Short throw to Smith. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 151 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Heineke on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Excellent play there by Arnold Ebiketie to meet him behind the line for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He's going to air one out. And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44.
At their own 44-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. The offense on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Yellow, zoom, claws red. Hut, hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And they finally put it into this return. It's all the way down to the 37. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a Carolina first down and a gain of 16. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Richardson looking to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long for Richardson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this one-way contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Panthers 17.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Wide open. It's Marshall complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Successful start to the drive. 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
They run with Sanders off the option.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you, after turnover?